Stillness Redefined by Reverend Jagannath Carrera. Most meditation instructions include words like still, focused, one-pointed, unwavering, and fixed. These terms are all useful if properly understood. They may also give the false impression that meditation is a practice in which the ultimate goal is a static state, in which there is no movement or change in individual consciousness. This misunderstanding can lead to difficulties, especially as meditators advance in their practice. Approaching meditation with the notion that the mind must be stifled leads to tension and a subtle strengthening of the ego that obstructs progress and disturbs peace of mind. Both the mind and the object of meditation are matter, part of nature. As such, it is their nature to change and evolve. In meditation, neither the mind nor the object of meditation is static. The mind links with the object of meditation through prolonged attention. The mind and the object take a journey together in which increasingly subtle facets of both are revealed. The notion that the mind must be static in meditation can be traced to difficulties in translating key terms from Sanskrit. It's always tricky rendering words from one language to another. Historical and cultural contexts are often missing or vague. Our language also doesn't have key words that precisely capture the fullness and nuances of many of the key principles and practices of yoga. In India, the nature of the mind and consciousness have been the focus of intense introspective study, analysis, and experimentation for thousands of years. Words were coined and used in ways that have no exact English equivalent. Nirodha is one such term. It is usually translated as something like restraint or restriction. Ekagrata, another important word used in explaining meditation, is translated as one-pointed. The translations are not incorrect, but they don't have the subtleties that give the Sanskrit terms life and three-dimensionality. Let's take a fresh look at the concepts of restraint and one-pointedness. Our usual waking awareness is marked by what we might call horizontal or lateral awareness. Our attention continually, often restlessly, shifts between objects and from objects to sensations, desires, memories, and back again. It's something like channel surfing. We don't tend to stay very long with any program. As one comedian joked, we're not so much interested in what's on, but what else is on. There is little depth of understanding in horizontal awareness. Fuller and subtler aspects of the object of attention are not revealed since the mind soon flits to something else. If we meet 12 people at a party, we might learn a dozen names, faces, and occupations, but very little else. As we practice meditation, the lateral movement of awareness is gradually restrained, nirodha. Little by little, the vrittis, the thought amalgams through which we perceive life, begin to untangle as awareness focuses on an individual thought, the object of meditation. As the mind becomes steadier in focus and clarity, the horizontal movement ends and the mind changes direction, so to speak. Awareness still moves, but its movement now shifts vertically, going deeper within. Subtler layers of consciousness are plumed. The mind becomes absorbed in these subtler realities, and insights spontaneously arise. Prajna. The mind continues its dive into consciousness until the ego sense, ahamkara, is encountered in its purest, most naked form. All there is in this state is awareness of I. At this point, we begin to experience another significant change in consciousness. Arising and subsiding and thought waves are identical, ekagrata, one-pointed. Note that, even though the state is referred to as one-pointed, there is still movement. At this point, the conscious mind has been completely probed and understood, but subconscious impressions remain. As the meditation deepens, even the subconscious impressions become inactive, and we finally attain stillness of mind at every level. Meditation is a progressive undertaking in which the mind is not riveted to stillness, but united with the object of meditation. Together, the object and our attention travel within, revealing subtler aspects of each other and leading us to stillness. It is noteworthy that, in the end, stillness only comes when we abandon effort and allow self to embrace us. Absorbed in that embrace, the false notion of separateness dissolves. This is yoga, union. Ignorance and the suffering it brings is transcended by a stunning paradox. You find yourself only when you lose yourself. This is what Jesus meant when he said that we have to die to be reborn. It is also the same as Buddha's nirvana, the state where all conceptions of self and the universe are extinguished. This gives birth to a radical but entirely natural state of being, a dual consciousness, a constant awareness of the oneness of all creation while simultaneously enjoying the differences, perceiving the unity in diversity. This state has also been called Sahaja Samadhi, the natural, organic Samadhi, the eyes wide open Samadhi. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.